Now on 4 News Now, massive wildfires in Southern California continue their path of destruction. What fire crews from North Idaho are doing to help.
I'm tracking a fast-moving system for Friday in your first alert forecast. I'll tell you about the snow on the way.
And a beloved Spokane restaurant goes up in flames. How it happened and why the owner is confident the Skyway Cafe will open its doors again. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. Well, these are the scenes coming from Southern California tonight. Massive wildfires that began on Tuesday have already driven tens of thousands from their homes, and more people are still at risk. Good evening. I'm Kirsten O'Connor. These wildfires in Los Angeles are as destructive as they are deadly. At least 5 people have been killed, and the Los Angeles County Sheriff says he expects that number to grow. The largest fires are still burning out of control tonight. Crews are calling on support from all over the country, including 29 fire departments in Idaho. Derek Strom spoke with 2 North Idaho fire districts about what they're doing to help.
With over half a dozen fire districts sending crews down to California, people in the inland Northwest are wondering why they're sending crews down there rather than keeping them here where they might be needed. But Kootenai County Fire and Rescue says you never know when there might be a disaster locally and they might need other states' help.
It's absolute devastating what is happening down there.
Fire departments in North Idaho say it took less than 24 hours to find firefighters and send them to Southern California to fight the devastating wildfires there. That includes 4 firefighters and an engine from Kootenai County Fire and Rescue, who believes this could be invaluable training.
It's really beneficial to even our organization and the people here, because they go and get these valuable lessons that you're not going to get anywhere else in any other situations.
All the firefighters from North Idaho who volunteered to go met up in Shoshone before starting their journey. They're expected to arrive in Southern California Friday, and Kootenai County Fire is preparing for them to be there for 14 days.
You just never know what the disasters are going to be. That's inherently what a disaster is. You just have no idea what's coming our way. And someday we might be on the other end of that, asking for help.
The firefighters going to California may end up protecting buildings, fighting the fires on the front lines, or filling in for local California fire departments. All the fire departments that send firefighters and resources to California will be fully reimbursed.
This is not going to affect our daily staffing at responses. And on top of it, the fire district, through the compact, will be reimbursed for any costs of sending units down there. So it won't be coming out of the local tax dollars.
In Post Falls, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
It is estimated that the economic loss from these historic wildfires now stands at nearly $50 billion. But the emotional toll is far greater. Ash and rubble are all that's left of homes and offices in Altadena. ABC's Alex Stone is there tonight, nearby the Eaton fire.
Almost unimaginable scenes in Los Angeles. KBC's Chopper giving us a gut-wrenching view of the devastation from multiple fires burning in Southern California.
Really never seen any destruction like this before. Everything is gone.
Block after block of homes destroyed in Pacific Palisades, heavy smoke lingering in the air. Filmmaker John Turtletaub lives in Malibu.
Pacific Palisades right now could just be taken off the map. There is no Pacific Palisades.
At least 5 people are confirmed dead, but the sheriff says he fears that number will go up.
At one point, we'll be able to do a more thorough search of these impacted areas. Some of them look like a bomb was dropped in them, where we will be able to bring in canines and other things to help us.
Fierce winds fueling the inferno, easing enough for planes to fly, picking up water from the ocean, dropping it on the fire. But those winds are forecasted to pick up. President Biden getting another briefing on the situation today. Federal help has been approved. Over 180,000 people under evacuation orders. Many are staying in hotels.
Just a really solemn environment. A lot of people lost their homes. A lot of people waiting to find out if they've lost their homes. And just everyone really mourning and trying to figure out what all of our next steps are.
These heartbreaking pictures show the before and after. Entire neighborhoods leveled from the Palisades to Altadena. Amidst the devastation, neighbors helping neighbors.
I mean, I don't even know most of them, and they're just, posting and out of the kindness of their hearts, they're helping, and it means so much to us.
The smoke and the ash that is in the air here is very strong. That's why officials are telling seniors or anybody with breathing problems around Los Angeles to stay indoors. Alex Stone, ABC News, Altadena, California.
And in the interest of public safety, Monday's Vikings versus LA Rams wildcard game has been moved to Arizona. The extreme weather continues across the country. Southern states are looking down the barrel of what could end up being the worst southern snowstorm in years. These are areas of the country that don't often get below freezing, so resources like snowplows and salt spreaders are scarce. Meanwhile, forecasters say the eastern two-thirds of the country are currently facing the coldest temperatures of the season. Moving closer to home now, the inland Northwest is due for some colder temperatures as well. Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker to find out just how cold.
The coldest weather of our season on the way, but it does not compare. Here are 4 things to know about your weather. It's going to be a dry start to Friday, and then we have some snow coming in the afternoon, generally light amounts, and then some colder weather ahead as we get into the second half of the weekend and into early next week. But first, talking about that snow, here's the latest on our forecasted snow for Friday. Most locations will be looking at less than an inch of snow. Some of the northern valleys in the Panhandle an exception, and we'll see more snow in the mountains right around the Spokane area. A 1/10 of an inch will be very, very common. 3/10 of an inch in Spangle and Post Falls, and a 1/2 inch in Spirit Lake and Deer Park. Hayden may be one of the areas where we see some heavier snowfall at our latest thinking. Our high temperatures on Friday will be just above freezing in most locations. Couple spots staying below, so a lot of our roadways will end up in pretty good shape. Here's a look at your forecast for Friday. The timing on that snow is going to be right between around 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. It's a fast-moving system. It will not be around for long. I'll be back to tell you about that cold weather on the way in just a few minutes. Kirsten?
We'll see you then, Chris. A 100-year-old Spokane business caught fire this morning. The Skyway Cafe at Feltz Field has been a staple in our community. Its owner says this morning's damages caused a total loss. Alexandra Cohen-Yard spoke with those who work there and call it home, and she shares what is next for the restaurant.
It's my home. It's my home away from home.
Megan Wormnest, manager and backbone of the Skyway Cafe at Feltz Field, is not the only one who feels this way. For many customers, the Skyway Cafe has grown to have a special place in their heart.
It was a place you could relax. It wasn't, it wasn't fast food. It was the people that came in here had something in common.
This morning, Wormnest and her coworkers were woken up to the call they hoped never to get. The place they called home looked like this, surrounded by firefighters trying to save this iconic restaurant.
Pure sadness, just seeing it as it was, and you're heartbreaking and you want to do something but you can't.
This is what it looks like inside of the Skyway Cafe right now. Many planes on the grounds and photos on the walls that are filled with smoke, whereas normally this would be filled with laughter, smiling faces, and the smell of coffee.
While the food at the Skyway Cafe is what brought many to it, its atmosphere and warmth is what made them stay. Despite this devastation, the restaurant is confident this is something they will be able to offer again.
Part of Spokane, but we'll be back. It's happened before, and we'll rebuild and be strong.
We're here to be a part of a family, and that's what it feels like. And when a family loses something, you come together and you rally and you make sure everyone's okay. And that's the first thing that everyone asks is everybody okay?
The Skyway Cafe hopes to open its doors again within 2 to 3 months. In the meantime, you can find more information on how you can lend a helping hand on our website at kxly.com. Reporting from Spokane, Alexandra Cohen-Yards, 4 News Now.
Well, a 16-year-old who was hospitalized because of a crash west of Airway Heights yesterday has died. Washington State Patrol says they were in the car with a 13-year-old and an 18-year-old woman when the car ran a stop sign and became pinned under a semi-truck on Highway 2. The 13-year-old is okay, and the woman has life-threatening injuries tonight. WSP says the children are from Welpinit in Stevens County. The Welpinit School District saying in a statement, quote, Our hearts go out to our families, friends, and community members, adding that counselors are available for students and the community. Coming up here on 4 News Now, the Washington DNR is selling 200 acres in Latah Valley to developers. We'll show you what went into the decision, which is receiving pushback from some community and city council members. Plus, child care advocates say more cuts are coming in the legislative session. Learn how you can still apply for a grant to help cover rising child care costs in my special report coming up after the break.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
Satay Bistro, Coeur d'Alene's culinary extravaganza of American fusion dining. From our extensive wine cellar to our unforgettably decadent menu, we'll move your experience beyond ordinary to the extraordinary. Satay Bistro, just off the 4th Street exit in Coeur d'Alene.
In Spokane, access to quality health care is a growing need for many families. The Native Project provides sacred hospitality to the Spokane community, ensuring every patient feels cherished and respected.
The Native Project provides medical, dental, behavioral health, pharmacy, and wellness services for everyone. We serve Native and non-Native patients, focusing on balance of mind, body, and spirit.
Numerica Credit Union is honored to donate $1,000 to the Native Project. This is how Numerica cares for kids.
It's time to start the new year with a new look and get big discounts of 15, 30, even up to 40% off during the January clearance sale at Walker's Furniture.
This is one sale our regular customers wait all year for, as over $10 million of overstocked last year model and discontinued items go on sale, with some closeout pieces up to 70% off.
Or 5 years no interest financing is available.
During the overstock clearance sale this week at Walker's.
Looking for a great time to put Mohawk's Redwood scratch-resistant flooring in your home? Well, this month, we are taking 20% off of installation on Redwood products. So you can have the beauty of wood for less at Brothers Flooring.
Spokane's hottest music.
Man, I feel just like a rock star.
Hot 96.9.
Are you looking for a great new gym to start the new year and crush those New Year resolution goals? Let's go! For around $1 a day, you can get it all. Cycling, swimming, group fitness, and the best equipment in the region. So what are you waiting for? It's time to thrive in 2025. This week at Moo Fitness.
Join the movement.
Satay Bistro, Coeur d'Alene's culinary extravaganza of American fusion dining. From our extensive wine cellar to our unforgettably decadent menu, we'll move your experience beyond ordinary to the extraordinary. Satay Bistro, just off the 4th Street exit in Coeur d'Alene.
Welcome back. Child care advocates are pushing to help more families qualify for state child care dollars in this legislative session. But don't hold your breath. For lots of us, daycare rates just went up like they typically do to start the new year. I met with a Spokane mom who was relying on a grant to pay for daycare. That money has run out, and now she's looking at mounting debt.
Say hi. I'm Kirsten. It's nice to meet you. I love your Minnie Mouse.
Ashley Tyak and her 2-year-old daughter Tegan are still fairly new to Spokane.
So I had just started my job, and it wasn't, so our mortgage is $2,400.
Doing a television interview is a little out of mom's comfort zone. But when I called, Ashley knew she had to help.
Yeah, I'm definitely not the type of person to be on camera, but if this helps other families, that I feel obligated.
Ashley was one of more than 200 recipients of a child care grant we told 4 News Now viewers about last summer. The grant was for families who made over the salary limit for Working Connections, the state subsidy program. It paid for 6 months of free or discounted child care. After a report aired, community-minded enterprises reallocated American Rescue Plan dollars to help more families like Ashley's in this income bracket pay for daycare and continue working.
It's crazy that that there isn't more funding like this for us middle people, because we're not poor enough to qualify for all the state assistance, but we're definitely not rich enough to actually make it.
It's a program Luke Jasmine III, Director of Strategic Initiatives at Community Minded Enterprises, would like to extend again in 2025.
Right now, we don't know. There's a lot of uncertainty.
$6.5 billion from the American Rescue Plan Act are keeping programs in Washington like this child care grant alive. But cuts are coming in this legislative session. The state is looking at a $12 billion budget shortfall, and funding for child care is not at the top of the priority list.
So if we knew that when it was a dire situation, this should be a no-brainer for us to say, hey, how do we extend this?
Luke is headed to Olympia this month to push for expanded access to the state's child care subsidy program for parents, providers, and early learning teachers.
We really need parents to voice to legislators that, look, they need support, right?
But where is the support? Kira Bauer, owner of Little Scholars Early Learning Center, has been leading a pilot program funded in part by Spokane County's mental health tax. The 0.1% sales tax is $15 million of Spokane County's 2025 budget. Those dollars go to mental health court, behavioral health, and student wellness programs, like in the past, Kira's.
We are in a place right now where we are looking at cuts, but programs like this one that provide mental and behavioral health supports to teachers, students, and student families has already been paid for.
Kira's mental health pilot received half of what she asked the county for 2025. Instead, she says her program will survive by getting creative, finding supplemental funding sources from across the state. She says mental health is a top priority for families in Spokane, and so is affordable child care.
We are a community that has said consistently that mental health and child care are our two top priorities.
The city definitely needs to keep the funding around. Hunties.
Still, families like Ashley's are looking at all options to squeeze their budget in the new year.
Definitely one of my entire checks goes to daycare.
While Luke hopes to find new ways to expand tuition assistance in Olympia.
Parents are so resilient, right, and working hard and just trying to get by, right? It's that head down mentality, but I just want parents to know that you matter.
And after our first report aired, you probably heard they did allocate more funding for this income bracket. For perspective, a family of four can earn more than $240,000 a year and still qualify for this grant through Community Minded Enterprises. We just got word tonight that there are a few spots left for new families who have not already received this assistance. So if you apply right now, you may be one of the last families to get thousands of dollars in assistance. Look for the link to apply in my story tonight on KXLY.com. Chris?
Thank you, Kirsten. Your evening planner, we are dropping below freezing, 30 at 7 o'clock, 28 at 9 and 11 with light winds, cloudy skies, and snow in the forecast. I'll tell you about it after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Cal Superstore in Airway Heights.
Wait, this gorgeous piece of sofa is on sale too? Yeah, during the epic sell-off at Furniture Row, everything is on sale. Or score 60 months, no interest financing. Epic sell-off, woo! The epic sell-off on now at Furniture Row.
She was diagnosed with cancer.
I think it's just time to have a fresh start.
How did you do this in 5 days?
Extreme Makeover Home Edition, tonight on ABC.
I felt like there was just no answers to get out of the anxiety and the depression that I had.
I was suicidal all the time, thinking about it nonstop, every day, every moment.
Depression and anxiety rob millions of us of our day-to-day lives, but nothing seems to pull you out of it. Introducing NeuroStim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. At NeuroStim TMS, we treat the root of the problem with a series of short daily treatments. Using a non-invasive magnetic field, TMS activates the natural function of the brain's neurotransmitters to improve mood and regulate emotion. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances.
There's nothing better than just being able to enjoy life again.
The treatment just completely, fundamentally changed my life.
Visit neurostemtms.com today or call to schedule your free consultation at any of our 12 Washington state locations.
You'll never get away with this.
You can make it all go away.
Seriously, you think I can pull a $130,000 Escalade out of my sack?
Maybe try a little Christmas magic or whatever.
It's a little late for that.
What you doing?
There's a better way to score an Escalade. Play daily, only at Northern Quest.
Wait, this gorgeous piece of sofa is on sale too. Yeah, during the epic sell-off at Furniture Row, everything is on sale. Or score 60 months, no interest financing. Epic sell-off, woo! The epic sell-off on now at Furniture Row.
Welcome back. A live view now at the pavilion. It looks all lit up and beautiful tonight. And Chris, I think a lot of us would trade the kind of gray and dusty looking snow that I have at the end of my driveway for some sunshine right about now.
Shockingly, there's some sunshine in the forecast, and that is going to be the trade-off. It is going to be cold to go along with it. Right now, we are above freezing in Spokane, 33 degrees and cloudy, 32 right now in Coeur d'Alene. Our high today in Spokane, 33, a degree below average, but a fairly mild start at 30 degrees. 24 is our average overnight low. Sunset 4:19, getting later. I love it. Forecast radar starting off at 11 o'clock tonight. Dry conditions across the region with the low clouds. Start to see a little bit of wet weather. Here's 5 a.m. down on the Palouse in the morning, and it may fall as rain or perhaps a little bit of freezing drizzle or a rain-snow mix. Then as we get into late morning, here's 8 a.m. with some snow around Omak, Republic, and Winthrop. Late morning, we'll start to see that wet weather moving into Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. May initially start off with a rain-snow mix, but we'll be turning all to snow. Here's 11 o'clock. And then as quickly as it moves in, it moves out. We are going to be dry other than in the mountains for the rest of the day. Then late Friday, we have the possibility of another quick shot of precipitation down on the Palouse. Meanwhile, if you get some snow at your house tomorrow, it's going to be sticking around, at least on the grassy surfaces, for a while. Our high temperature trend, this white line is average. 33 tomorrow. We're up to average on Saturday and then drop below Sunday and Monday. And 30 degrees, that's been our lowest high temperature of the season so far. We did that once in December. So that is going to feel cool. And then we stay below average right on through the rest of the 7-day forecast, and trends look like we will continue that trend right on through the 8 to 14-day outlook. Meanwhile, here's a look at your planning forecast. We have that light snow coming in tomorrow, and then as we clear out, we're bringing in some drier air and pretty good chance to see some sunshine on Saturday. It has been quite a while since I have casted a shadow outside. You probably could say the same unless you've been up in the mountains. 30 on Sunday, that's when that cold air comes in. And this number is significant too, 21. That would be the lowest temperature of the season so far. So far, our coldest overnight low has been 24. And then we will stay with those cold overnight lows through next week. Looks like we may drop down into the teens Wednesday morning and Thursday morning. We're going to keep the dry conditions going and additional chances to see some blue skies. And we're kind of getting into that time of year where we could use some sunshine. It's that with a Blue Monday, I think, is coming up. So hopefully we'll get that sun.
Anyone out there feeling that way, we are right there with you. Thank you, Chris. Well, the inspiring story behind a new Syrian restaurant in Spokane, how the owners of the Arabian Palace are sharing their culture with the Inland Northwest through a hot meal. And Second Harvest is teaching the community how to cook healthy and sustainable meals. That's next on 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Welcome to Parker Toyota, the Toyota Truck Center of the Northwest. Our inventory has never been better with a huge selection from stock to fully customized trucks.
And now you can choose between a gas or hybrid powertrain. So whether you're looking for great MPGs or a 12,000-pound towing capacity, we have the truck for you.
Check out the all-new Toyota Tacoma and Tundra at your locally owned Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
All right, it's gonna be another good day. Hey, it's cold out, you guys. Families are freezing. They deserve better than that. Let's show them how business should be done. All right, guys, have a great day. Need anything, let me know. Okay, Fixed Rider's free, baby. You know it's actually going all the way this year, right?
Yeah, I do.
Big day. No heat calls, right? We haven't been voted #1 for nothing, you guys. We've worked really hard to earn these customers' trust, and let's show them that we are the best company in town, okay?
Your home is more than a place, it's a feeling, a reflection of who you are. And at the Tin Roof, we believe furniture should do more than fill a room, it should inspire it. From timeless dining tables to sofas you can sink into and decor that tells your story, every piece is thoughtfully curated to make your space feel effortlessly you. Because it's not just furniture, it's where memories are made, where comfort lives, and where life happens. It's more than furniture, it's a feeling.
Save thousands on the new Revolutionary Swim Spa at a one-time sale. Friday through Sunday. Kootenai County Fairgrounds, Coeur d'Alene. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation and 1 day only. New 2025 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Kootenai County Fairgrounds, Coeur d'Alene. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
It's the region's largest boat show. 10 days of boats, unbeatable deals, and nonstop fun. Explore the region's largest showroom. Unbeatable pricing. Discover better boats, the largest selection of inventory, and the biggest savings, all under one roof. See the latest models from top brands like Cobalt, Malibu, Axis, Regal, Barletta, Cruisers Yachts, Harris, and Chris Craft. Plus an incredible selection of pre-owned boats. The Coeur d'Alene Boat Expo, January 30th through February 8th. A 10-day event you don't want to miss.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
Well, welcome back. One of the last Macy's in the Inland Northwest is closing. The retailer announcing today the location in Coeur d'Alene's Silver Lake Mall is one of 66 stores shutting down within the next 3 months. That leaves the last local Macy's still open at the Spokane Valley Mall. JCPenney is joining forces with other clothing stores to form a new company. The 123-year-old department store chain first filed for bankruptcy in 2020. Now JCPenney is merging with Spark Group, a company that owns several struggling clothing store brands, including Aeropostale, Brooks Brothers, and Forever 21. This partnership will create a new company named Catalyst Brands. Analysts say this combination of clothing stores will likely benefit from cross-marketing, cost reduction, and talent sharing. Well, despite scrutiny from several Spokane City Council members and the community, the DNR approved the sale of its nearly 200-acre Thorpe property in Latah Valley. This decision has ignited debate over land use and preservation in the area. Our Hunter Bertram shows us why the Department of Natural Resources made this decision.
The nearly 200-acre DNR-owned Thorpe property in southwest Spokane isn't making any money.
DNR is under a legal obligation to produce revenue for our trust beneficiaries.
That means DNR land must generate money, which in turn goes to public funding, like schools. DNR lands
have a variety of revenue sources, timber sales being one of those, potential for commercial leases.
So they are swapping the Thorpe property for a grocery store that the DNR says will make them nearly $1 million a year. That store's owner, Blue Fern Development, will purchase Thorpe for $8.2 million, while DNR will buy the 4-acre Blue Fern property for $7.1 million.
They let dollars rule the day and not really being mindful of the fact that this has value beyond dollars.
Kai Huschke and other critics of the sale also claim Latah Valley doesn't have the infrastructure to support more development. Councilmember Paul Dillon also campaigned against the sale, telling me today that this land exchange
has been a little bit of a flawed process. And I think that how we look at public lands versus privatizing them really is an important conversation, I think, to take away from this.
Now the city can either buy part of the Thorpe property from Blue Fern or transfer its own land. But after July 15th, Blue Fern will own it all. In Spokane, Hunter Bertram for News Now.
Well, cooking healthy and delicious meals for your family can be difficult and even more tricky to do on a budget, which is why Second Harvest is helping people all over Spokane learn how to get the most bang for your buck in the kitchen. Madeline Mullins has more on the meals that they're cooking up and the chefs behind them.
Amongst the hustle and bustle of the kitchen are several students ready to learn.
You name it, we learned how to make it.
It all starts with these simple ingredients.
And some tomato sauce for you.
Here at Second Harvest, people learn how to take food typically found in a food pantry and turn it into a meal.
What we're trying to do is teach people how to make that food stretch and get a little bit more creative.
Food like chicken or beef is expensive and hard to come by at a food bank, which is why the class uses inexpensive ingredients like beans or lentils.
And I definitely learned my way around a lentil, which is really nice.
Along with that, the class teaches students how not to waste any of the food they are picking up from the food bank or the grocery store.
Learning how to utilize your leftover vegetable pieces for broth, like finding cheaper, budget-friendly ways to make different foods. Like they teach you that along with, you know, helping you be healthy.
And while the meal is cooking, they are being taught the nutritional benefits as well. Casey Klingeman, who has diabetes, says it has been helpful for her on her health journey.
There are foods that have nutritional benefits more than others, and to learn how to incorporate those in your diet and what type of benefits that those have for you and your body, and that's amazing.
At the end of class, everyone sits down and enjoys the meal together and leaves with a recipe card for the meal they just prepared. And those recipes, like the one for this delicious lentil curry, can be found on the Second Harvest website. In Spokane, I'm Madeline Mullins for News Now.
Well, coming up after the break, the final memorial services for former President Jimmy Carter.
Washington state leaders previewed their 2025 legislative session kicking off next week. I'm Albert James at the state capitol in Olympia. Hear what they had to say about addressing a multi-billion-dollar budget shortfall coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Witness the rock and roll flair reminiscent of the king himself, Elvis Presley. Ladies and gentlemen, Moses Snow live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, January 16th. Visit cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Welcome to the card for Zags fans who dream big. Get your exclusive Gonzaga debit card from Numerica today.
Now that's Montana Sapphire from Phillipsburg, Montana.
My name is Bob Rambo, and this is my Summit Cancer Center story. I had lymphoma. I was kind of scared to death, and the doctors recommended I go to Summit Cancer Center. Everybody on the staff there is super neat, nice, and it's kind of like a homecoming. I had lymphoma, and they cured that. I'm very thankful for this cancer center.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Witness the rock and roll flair reminiscent of the king himself, Elvis Presley. Ladies and gentlemen, Moses Snow live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, January 16th. Visit cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
Next, ET.
Hollywood Squares is back, ushering in this next era. Nate Burleson and Drew Barrymore.
It's an ET exclusive. Up close to all the action.
No. Like this.
Next, ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
2025, bring it. Bring it.
Bring it.
January mornings on GMA. It is time to start strong in 2025.
Let's do it, people.
How you feel, how you look, living your best.
Come on, start strong. Come on, start strong.
Come on, start strong. Got finished with this?
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Well, thanks for staying with us tonight. Former President Jimmy Carter was laid to rest today in his hometown of Plains, Georgia. His body flown there for the final time to be buried next to his beloved wife, Rosalind. Before this, Carter was honored at the National Cathedral in Washington, D.C. All 5 living presidents attended the state funeral, memorializing the longest living U.S. president.
Because of patriots like Jimmy Carter. Throughout his life, he showed us what it means to be a practitioner of good works and a good and faithful servant of God and of the people.
Today, the people in Plains paid tribute to Carter's final return with a procession downtown Main Street there. His family held a private ceremony to say their final farewells. And here in Spokane, Rogers High School has been chosen to host a World War II Voices of Service exhibition as part of a limited free tour. It is one of only 100 schools across the nation chosen to display this exhibit. Marissa Rio gives us a look back in history.
As students walk into the library at Rogers High School, they're taken back in time, 80-plus years.
I found it interesting that the 332nd Fighter Group, they were they had the highest success rate, like with the escorting bombers.
This exhibit takes students through major events of the Second World War, through photos, letters, and quotes from different war veterans.
My favorite part of the exhibit was the quotes. I liked being able to see specific people and their thoughts about what was happening during that time.
These panels are done by the Gilder Lehrman Institute of American History, a nonprofit that promotes American history education, and teachers are able to use them for different activities or lesson plans.
Because most of our students don't get the opportunity to go to museums or to go on field trips or get to go to places that actually give them the opportunity to see some of these primary sources or to learn about the greatest generation that ever lived, which is World War II generation.
As Cora Bell and IDEO explored the exhibit, they said it was all very interesting.
And little did those students know an American war hero who fought in World War II used to walk these very halls that they do now.
Fred Shiosaki was a student at Rogers when Japan attacked Pearl Harbor. He went on to fight for freedom overseas and at home, eventually earning a Bronze Star and Purple Heart. While this exhibit will close on January 17th, Fred Shiosaki's legacy will forever live on. In Spokane, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
Well, there's a chance we may see some flurries outside the window tomorrow afternoon. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker joins us again to talk about when to look out for the snow.
Well, we'll start off with dry conditions over most of the region tomorrow, and then the snow comes in late morning and into the early afternoon. Light amounts expected. We have some colder nights ahead in the forecast, so if you do have some accumulation at your house, it will likely stick around for a bit. Hour by hour, your Friday forecast after a morning low down in the 20s will already be at 30 degrees at 7 o'clock, 31 by 10 with a 20% chance of snow. That picks up to 40% by 11 a.m. Best chance of snow between 11 and noon, and then that will begin tapering off. Southwest winds at 9 miles per hour. That high of 33 degrees is just a degree below average. Then we have overcast conditions through the evening. Meanwhile, here's a look at temperatures for highs around the region. We will be 36 in Coeur d'Alene and Pullman and St. Mary's. A lot of the roads should be in pretty good shape with that snow, with a lot of melting. 36 in downtown as well as Coeur d'Alene. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast, tell you about some sunshine on the way in just a few minutes. Kirsten?
We'll see you then, Chris. Thank you. Well, the Washington State Legislature is set to convene for the 2025 session next week, and they'll have to deal with a multi-billion-dollar shortfall. Murrow News fellow Albert James is in Olympia with how Governor-elect Bob Ferguson differs with his Democratic allies in the legislature.
As legislators gather in Olympia to debate ideas on housing, education, and health care, overshadowing them is a projected budget shortfall of over $12 billion over the next 4 years.
We know we have a pretty significant budget shortfall this year, and so that's going to be a challenge for us in accomplishing these goals that we have.
Democrats hold majorities in both the House and the Senate. They say they're going to sift through the budget to find savings, like delaying the expansion of some social programs. But they ultimately believe it'll take new sources of money, like a wealth tax or a high earner payroll tax, to address the shortfall.
We are going to need additional revenue to pay for the investments that the people of the state want us to be making in a prosperous future for Washington.
Republicans, though, blame overspending and say cuts are the only way to address the budget deficit.
A tax on jobs is going to make it harder to find a job. A tax on innovation is going to make it harder for companies to succeed here, that is going to grow new tax revenue. A tax on housing is going to make it harder to solve all the challenges with affordable housing that we talked about earlier. We have got to do a better job. We can definitely find room in the budget to balance it without new taxes.
Governor-elect Ferguson also says cuts, not new taxes, are the way to go.
We are not going to tax our way out of this thing. Not going to happen, right? I'm proposing a 6% cut across state agencies. I want to be clear, some agencies will have to take more, some will take a little bit less, but basically the equivalent of 6% is what we're going to have. We exclude from that K through 12 education. We exclude from that public safety.
The governor-elect says state agencies will be asked to find savings in administrative and program costs, a move he says will save the state $4 billion. Ferguson also hopes to get new investments in housing, ferries, and public safety, including a $100 million grant program to hire more police officers across the state. The widespread cuts will be challenging, he says, but it's necessary.
I'm trying to communicate, to the people of the state of Washington and to state agencies that this is how we need to operate when you're facing a $12-14 billion shortfall.
The 2025 legislative session kicks off on Monday. Governor Inslee gives his final State of the State address on Tuesday, and Governor-elect Ferguson's inauguration will take place on Wednesday. At the state capitol in Olympia, I'm Albert James reporting.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
My advice to all the fathers out there, they grow up way too fast for you to waste even a single precious moment.
Let go. She's got it. Wow. End zone touchdown. What a play. With so much on the line.
Ready to enjoy a vacation close to home? Come stay for less and play for more at the Kootenai Casino. Right now, cozy up in a Kootenai Falls Lodge room for just $59 midweek and $89 on the weekends. An incredible bang for your buck. Join us in January at the Kootenai Casino and win this winter. Book your stay and play now. Call 888-YOU-ARE-LUCKY or visit KootenaiRiverInn.com.
With prices of natural gas and propane skyrocketing, your heating bill is getting out of control. But before you turn down the heat, give the experts at Bill's Heating and Air a call. They have the latest in dual fuel technology to keep your family comfortable and the utility bills low. There has never been a better time to upgrade because now every furnace purchase comes with a free heat pump. So call Bill's Heating today to get your free heat pump while supplies last.
North Idaho Urology, in partnership with Cancer Care Northwest, we specialize in advanced prostate cancer care.
I'm Dr. Aaron Wagner. I'm a radiation oncologist with Cancer Care Northwest. We have quite a few different treatment options for prostate cancer, ranging anywhere from standard radiation and IMRT approaches to SBRT to brachytherapy, a full spectrum of different prostate cancer treatments. We very much try to individualize their treatment plan for them.
Watch KXLY Plus over the air on KXLY ABC4. Live updates, breaking news, weather every 10 minutes from the 4 News Now team. Get up to date on the information you need in just an hour. Weekdays at 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. over the air on KXLY ABC4.
Well, Washington State football is entering a new era with the newest addition to their coaching staff, head coach Jimmy Rogers. He addressed a room full of Cougs and pledged his loyalty and hard work to build the program to have national success. Sydney Berger talks to Rogers about why he turned down other opportunities to come to Pullman.
Loyalty. It's something this Washington State football program is craving, and they might have just gotten it with their newest head coach, Jimmy Rogers. Rogers spent 19 years playing and coaching in the same place, so Washington State wasn't his first offer. It wasn't his only offer. It was the right one.
I'm about people, and I'm about as loyal as it gets. And I know that word has been thrown around here, and people don't want to hear it. But I don't know if you could show that after 19 years in one place, building the national championship program day after day.
Rogers says he's been a winner his entire life. He has no plans to halt that success with his move to Washington State.
I didn't come here to lose, and nor to this coaching staff. I believe in this. I believe in this.
Coach Rogers says it's the people that make the place, and Pullman is the best community for him as a coach, a husband, and a dad.
Going through this as a coach is like, you know, the family part of it. That your family gives up so much, just sacrifice for a game, really. And I had her blessing in this one because it's so much like where we just came from, the community part and where we raise our kids in a safe place with good schooling, and so many things came into this decision that it wasn't just like football.
Rogers is working on bringing in recruits and transfers while trying to keep the current Cougs in the program. His success so far, getting quarterback Zevi Eckhouse to stay in the building.
I just wanted him to give us an opportunity because every player that I had the opportunity to speak with, they talked about the leadership of Zevi, and that inspired me.
Coach Rogers is a firm believer in hard work paying off and that he's ready to get started right away. Coach Rogers says he's already met with the rest of the team and they're ready to get back to work starting this Monday. Reporting in Pullman, Sydney Berger, 4 News Now Sports.
All right, Friday planner. We have a chance of snow in the late morning, early afternoon, less than an inch in general. There'll be some spots where there's some more snow. High of 33, 34 is our average high. There's more wintry weather in the 7-day forecast. Not in the form of snow, however. I'll explain after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Look who it is. Back to mommy you go.
Jake, this isn't our dog.
No?
You never got new glasses, did you?
Well, you didn't know Stanton Optical makes eye care easy.
Exactly. Sorry, you were?
Nervous? 2 pairs of glasses and a free eye exam, $79, all same day. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
Hot tub, hot tub, hot tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2025 inventory. Friday through Sunday. Kootenai County Fairgrounds, Coeur d'Alene. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2025 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Come see the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Kootenai County Fairgrounds, Coeur d'Alene. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
All right, it's going to be another good day. Hey, it's cold out, you guys. Families are freezing. They deserve better than that. Let's show them how business should be done. All right, guys, have a great day. Need anything, let me know. Okay, Fixed Rider is free, baby. You know Zags are going all the way this year, right?
Yeah, I do.
Big day. No heat calls, right? We haven't been voted #1 for nothing, you guys. We've worked really hard to earn these customers' trust, and let's show them that we are the best company in town, okay?
We know your time is valuable, and that is why at Colville Toyota, our goal is to get you in and out in an hour or less using our Express Maintenance Center.
With our pit crew approach and Toyota trained techs, your routine service happens fast.
Toyota Express Maintenance includes a safety inspection, oil changes, brake inspection, tire rotation, and much more.
Quality, speed, and confidence is what you can expect from Caldwell Toyota's Express Maintenance Center. We're your small town dealership with a big heart.
Let's take a flight to Flight 509 Family Fun Center in the Spokane Valley. Get lost in 22,000 square feet of adventure for the whole family. Climbing, spinning, battling, striking, leaping, launching, exploring, invading, celebrating, and so much more. No, doggy. At Flight 509, fun really does take flight.
Well, you can now dig into authentic Middle Eastern food at a new restaurant on Sprague Avenue. You'll be served by a family with a remarkable story who came to America as refugees from Syria, dreaming of a better life and opportunity, and they found it right here in Spokane. Jordan Smith has the story from Arabian Palace tonight.
Most of us would do anything to give our family a better life. Abdul Karim is no different.
My dad, he took this opportunity, continue our education and also for better life as well.
His son Maher translated our conversation. He says his family fled from Syria when the war broke out more than 10 years ago, first seeking refuge in Jordan.
We lived there as a refugee for 4 months and a half. Then we got the opportunity from the UN to come to the United States.
From Jordan to Spokane, chasing opportunity and freedom more than 6,500 miles away.
When we came, we didn't know how to speak English, and even though I don't know how to write my name in English.
Since then, Maher has received his diploma from North Central with dreams of a medical degree.
Nursing or dental.
His father, Abdul, ran a prominent restaurant back in Syria. He wanted to share the taste of his culture with the community that welcomed him in and gave his family a fresh start. They showed me the kitchen.
My dad, he's making the sauce for some of the entrees.
Preparing fresh baklava, chicken shawarma, and their very own spin on pizza.
There's like a little bit of a spice to that. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. Which one do you like more between this and that? Either or. Yeah.
Their main goal is to support the family they still have back home. They hope to visit with the Assad regime being overthrown just weeks ago.
14 years I did not see my grandparents.
14 years?
14 years, yeah. I did not see them.
As far as family restaurants go, the Arabian Palace checks all the boxes. Grateful for this opportunity and excited to serve the community who gave them one. For 4 News Now, I'm Jordan Smith.
Yum. I need to go visit and try some of those baklava.
I would like a chicken shawarma, please. Let's go. Boy, that looked good.
It's dinner time, Chris.
And what nice people.
Wonderful.
I'm so happy that they found a welcoming home here, and I'm glad they may be able to go back.
And they're lucky that Jordan is the one who came and ate lunch there, I'm
He's
sure.
a good little eater, huh?
We love Jordan.
Oh, geez. I love skiing. So we're going to do the ski report. And, you know, it's interesting as I wander about town, people are like, oh, you must be so sad about the ski season. I hear that frequently at the grocery store and such. And the answer is this year has been amazing at the ski areas, despite the fact that we've had very little snow, just over a foot of snow in Spokane officially. It has piled up nicely at the ski areas, and it's been just cold enough that the groomers go out and they're keeping everything nice and fluffy, and it has just been great. Haven't had a lot of new snow over the last 24 hours, but there is snow on the way. Look at that total, the base total at 49 degrees north, 120 inches, plenty of snow, and there's more to come. And skiers, we all knew this was supposed to be a La Nina year, which is always a big snow year. La Nina has been slow to materialize. However, as of today, it has been officially declared that we are in a La Nina weather pattern. That is the cooler than average temperatures in the equatorial Pacific sea surface temperatures. We have a 60% chance of La Nina lasting through April, and then it goes away. We're back to ENSO neutral, or neither a La Nina or an El Nino through the beginning of summer, and no real signal that we are going to be anything but La Nina and El Nino less as we head into the fall. La Nina, it is a fairly weak one, but regardless of the strength, it typically translates into cooler and wetter conditions in the northwest, which transitions into snow, especially in the mountains. We have the coolest nights of the season so far in our temperature trend. This white line is our average overnight low. We have not had any nights below average this winter. 24 has been our coldest temperature so far this season. We'll hit 24 Sunday and then finally slip below, and it looks like we may be in the teens Wednesday and Thursday. Since records have been kept back in the 1800s, we've never had a winter without teens. Meanwhile, snow coming in tomorrow between about 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. Won't amount to much. We'll get more up in the mountains, and then some sunshine for Saturday, a high of 34. That's the warmest day of the 7-day forecast. More 30s and no more snow after tomorrow. Kirsten?
Thank you, Chris. Before we go to break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
I think it's important for us as tribal people to educate and inform others as to who we are and what we're about. We have a beautiful culture that we respect our lands, we respect our waters.
Our medical center serves Indian and non-Indian. We were the first one in the nation to do that.
We built the $25 million core center for the children.
We also house the Boys and Girls Club out of there.
Our employees here are friendly. It gives you that welcome home feeling.
How do you keep performing at a high level when you're a man over 40? By taking Manpower. Manpower helps your body produce and conserve your own natural testosterone for a healthy sex life and positive mental attitude. Experience a vibrant, active life again with the energy and drive of a younger you. Manpower is available at any Mother's Cupboard location, Lincoln Heights, North Point Plaza, or University Road in the Valley.
Mother's Cupboard, things that make you feel good.
Once again, it's time for Kerner Furniture's annual January clearance sale. Everything in the store is reduced for clearance, and there's never been a better time to buy. Kerner Furniture's January clearance sale. It's time.
If you remember this commercial, it might be time for some new furniture.
And with the Kerner clock ticking, it's the perfect time during our January clearance sale.
Time for a new Lazy Boy recliner at the lowest prices in town? We've got a few.
Find time to come into Kerner Furniture during our January clearance sale.
Clock's ticking.
Hot Tub, Hot Tub, Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2025 inventory. Friday through Sunday. Kootenai County Fairgrounds, Coeur d'Alene. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2025 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. See the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Kootenai County Fairgrounds, Coeur d'Alene. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
That is a genie in the bottle,
yes.
Right?
So let's close our eyes and think of what you're wanting in this journey. His eyes and his skin.
Where did y'all find this man? Everything that I'm looking for is like everything that he is. Is this real? Is he real?
Cinderella can take a full backseat because this is next level type of love.
Come on and let me out. A little bit of light snow and then some sunshine. Yes. And some cold. I'll wake you up.
Yeah.
Teens. Haven't had any.
Well, it's because we talked about it, you know, yesterday and maybe the day before that We haven't seen teens. Maybe we won't see them.
You think I taunted them into...
I'm going to blame Derek because he's not here to defend himself.
Oh,
no, I'm just kidding. We did all say it. And then you warned that it would probably come.
We manifested. It doesn't work that way. I've tried.
We'll see you at 11.